What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show for dads, fathers, and male caregivers that's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that team, we have reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. And it's the morning vibe. And Ryan Knight, who needs to unmute himself, is here.
Yes. Hey, good to see you, brother. And for those that are still trying to remember who I am, my name is Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage their business is in and then help them create a strategy to grow their companies. And we do that with our microloan program and also our marketing and sales division is a social enterprise that we started. And I'm an entrepreneur myself. I run Detailing Nights, mobile waterless car cleaning companies. So we go to people's houses or their offices, clean their cars on the spot without water, and our plant-based eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And of course, we're in the midst of summer, so it is go time and loving the sun. Heat wave warning, please refresh and get as much fluids, liquids, water as you can. And the weekend was quite awesome with sporadic heavy rain. Like there was some downpours just sprinkled in there, but it was good. It needed a refresh.
Well, yeah, it was yesterday morning. Sunday morning got a good downpour. Sunday morning.
Yes.
And it was good, but it still was probably still hot, hazy, and humid out there.
Yeah, because once the rain stopped and the sun came out, it was
right back to normal. Right back to normal. What was your weekend all about?
Yeah, yesterday actually got to get down to the harbor front to see or be part of the Caribbean Vibrations festival. So for those that don't know, Caribbean Vibrations TV, hosted by Alan P. Arthur, they were doing their festival, which was 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday. So I took the kids down on Sunday, got to do some soca size. The kids were engaging and doing the dancing. So shout out to the soca size instructor. Actually, I should have had my flag. Everybody got a rag to wave.
I had no idea that was going on.
Oh man, it was really well done. I love the types of vendors, people selling different items. But then there was an area for kids to play. I don't know if you remember the photo booth, DSI photo booth.
Yes.
So they do like full activations. So an area for kids to play with, Connect Four, Legos, and badminton and axe throwing, which my son loved. So
axe throwing.
Yes, it was safe for kids.
Okay, and how was the turnout?
It was excellent, and Harborfront is awesome because so many people walk by there. So yeah, you can see a lot of people walking through and checking it out, not just from our community, but checking out the Caribbean vibe, I would say. And then it looked like each of the islands had their own vendor booths, so you got to learn about what they're working on.
How was traffic?
Traffic was interesting because when we went down during the middle of the day, so I live in Ajax, and getting down and then Harborfront is the downtownest of downtown. Like that is, other than Yonge and Dundas, I call that the core of downtown. But getting to the water, so the GPS took us somewhere I'd never gone before, where it wasn't like along the Gardner. You have to like go down but not along Lakeshore. And it was smooth because Queens Quay is a total disaster.
Oh yeah.
Because it's one lane now.
Yeah.
So you can't drive across Queens Quay to get over. But because we took, instead of the highway 401, to Kingston Road, like all the way down.
Right.
Then back roads into and across to Simcoe, and then Simcoe down and found parking. And we had there's 3 parking spots left, and we got
Oh,
and then they shut it. They put like
uh,
lot is full, so it was smooth. Because I like underground parking when I go downtown. Street
yeah.
parking is very
Well,
tricky to get.
not only that, the heat for the car on the car.
Heat, yes,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
crazy. I had no idea that was going on.
And something else that you might not realize is happening is downtown. There's a museum exhibit about the history of basketball in Toronto. So it was showing like how basketball started and then how it started in Canada, started to pick up with Toronto. So it's showing like in the Raptors first game and then the Eastern Conference Finals game, but then showing like high school teams and now the Temple's coming. So it was a cool interactive, and then they had videos of people talking about the history. So
Where's this located?
it was right next to Harborfront.
Oh
So
wow.
where the Harborfront Center
Well,
is.
good foot traffic.
Yeah, it was cool. I put some pictures up on the Instagram.
Okay. No, I didn't know that was happening, and I am not. And people know I am not a downtown person, especially on a
Yeah,
Saturday.
you gotta have a reason to go down. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the hot, hazy, and humid in Toronto.
Mm.
It's like we're having a heat wave from at least till Thursday. They're saying. I actually had to go out this morning around 6 o'clock in the morning, and you could see the haze and smoke from the fires.
Oh man.
And they're saying Toronto right now has, out of the major cities in the world, has the second worst air quality index right now.
Oh wow, that is rough. So what were you up to this weekend?
Well, before we go any further, Fitness IQ Cam says, morning. She's in the house. She also says that pouring rain was ugh. I think she was participating in an outdoor activity yesterday morning, so she may have got caught in it.
Okay.
So that was my concern. Traffic. Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. Traffic. Yesterday actually went to the Cornwall College Old Boys picnic out at Centennial Park in Etobicoke.
Gotcha.
And traffic was in the predictable spaces, ridiculous,
Right.
but not too bad. And because we were humming and hawing in the morning time saying, oh, this pouring rain, don't know. But I looked at the weather app and said, slight chance of rain. We went out there. Out there, the parking was ridiculous, but we got a spot. And I was there for a few hours, hung out, came back in, was able, because of lovely digital technology, at a pre-record repeat of Black Canada Talking, and we pre-recorded Black Men Can Talk for last night. So it was a new episode. We weren't there live. I was there live in studio, so that was set up. But it was a good time, a lot of good food, good things going on. Then on Saturday, what are you doing? Not too much on Saturday. Did prime time on Saturday. Lala did solo. But she knocked it up. Yeah, you came in at the tail end of it too.
Yeah, I gotta watch it back.
Yeah, you can't tell him, but yeah, it was a good weekend. Yeah, it was good.
At Centennial Park? I don't know if you drove by. Is the go-kart officially gone? Is that
it's a good. It was so long since I've been there. We had just to find. It's a huge facility.
Right. Yeah.
It is huge. When I got there first, I was going, are we at the right Centennial Park? Could we be in Brampton? But no, I called. I said, okay, and we eventually found. I don't know if
you might be at Centennial School in.
I thought and going, I can't find it. Is there a Centennial Park in Brampton? Maybe that was it.
Right.
But it was in Etobicoke. It was fine, but it didn't look like any go karting was going on there.
Okay, because that was a big
draw.
Yeah, drama, and the fact that they were tearing it down. I don't know what they're putting there, but yeah, people were trying to save it. But yeah, I think it ended up going. But I haven't been there recently.
No go, but yeah. So Ryan was downtown. Me wasn't. I was in the West End. And the funny thing is that the picnic usually happens in Ajax, but people from the West were complaining, so they moved it over to the West Side. In Centennial. They had a good turnout. It was all right.
That's good.
It was all right. Anything else going on in your world that we should know about?
Yeah, with Detailing Nights, we have launched our DK Birthday Club. So for those that want to get a chance to win a free car wash, join the birthday club. So if you go to detailingnights.ca/birthday club, you can sign up. So during your birthday week, you actually get a discount. We're gonna be
Birthday
promoting
week.
for that week. Yes.
What?
But when it's not your birthday week, we still put you in the draw to win a free car wash. So yeah, we had our first draw winners last week. So we're gonna start at least weekly putting out the doing the draw. So maybe on Fridays we can do the draw for the free car wash. So I'll
Sure.
look at Friday,
Sure.
and yeah,
That works. That works. No, we can set that up for Friday.
sweet, sweet.
We can get that done. We can get that done. That is cool. Well, why don't we take a break, because coming up are it's the second Monday in July already. Oh, and you know what? I actually heard an ad for back to school this past week.
You see, so the ads are there, but remember, summer is July and August. We're only just about halfway in July, so there's still a whole month and a half of summer left. Do not let the ads fool you and the potential Halloween ads. Summer has just gotten started, people. Don't get
Oh,
discouraged.
gee. Oh my. I goes by her pre back to school. I'm going, oh my gosh, like I'm melting here, and you're talking like, what are you doing to the kids? You don't have any vacation
Right.
or holiday? All
It
right, go
just
ahead.
started.
Yeah, but that's all good. And you've got to be happy. One last thing, your Blue Jays are in first place.
Hey, when this part of the season, it's now about keeping the momentum because no more losing streaks. Just keep winning series. We'll be in good shape
Well, and
and
they
win
lost.
in our division. That is the key. Because yes, the East can be definitely a beast at times. Because Tampa
Well,
Bay can get hot. Red
well, New
Sox,
York,
and of
Boston, and New
course,
York are on their heels. Boston's hot right now.
exactly. So we got to keep winning series.
All right, we are gonna take a break. We've got Carolyn Nichol. It's the second Monday of each month she comes on. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. We're gonna rock about some healthy talk. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here. These are two ladies. They're not all over the place. They're forward and they're straight shooters.
I got to stand in front.
No wonder people don't understand what the Democrats have been doing. That man lied 36,000 times, and we know this because you all counted it.
This is part of the story that a lot of news outlets are not talking about. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love that new promo for Primetime Saturday. Check it out, 5 p.m. Saturday afternoons, 2 p.m. Pacific. Aish and Lala break it down. They try to make sense of the nonsense that's going on in America. Let's do some housekeeping first. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Also, if you are watching on YouTube on the Dr. Vibe platform, you will notice that there's a new, and we got it last week officially, but it keeps a track of the top commentators on YouTube. And right now, Fitness IQ Cam is in the top chat commentator on YouTube. So we're going to keep a watch on that. But let's get back to some other stuff here. Like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky and Substack. And for some reason, we're not broadcasting on Substack today, but that's no problem. I'm going to put the replay up on Substack. It's all good. Join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Please email me at dr.vibe@vibeshow.com or click on the link there. Also, to advertise your business product or service on any of our platforms, email me dr.vibe@vibeshow.com. And then Indie Soup TV, we cannot forget our dear friend Dr. Tachi, who is the power behind Indie Soup Television or Indie Soup TV. We're about 25 independent content creators, I being one of them, and has probably about 26 or about 27,000 YouTube subscribers. We're just big family It's big because only 10% of all YouTube channels have over 10,000 subscribers. Check it out. Great content creation. As I said, it is coming up. Hold on. Carolyn Nichol time.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I'm like,
you like that intro, eh?
Yeah, that's great. How are you guys?
Doing well, doing well. Always good to see you.
Yeah, you too. You're back, Ryan.
Yes.
You've been a busy guy.
Hey, when the sun is out, it's go time. So, but definitely gotta check in with the family.
Yeah, man. So, what's going on in the world of Carolyn Nichol, her family, Energy Juice Shack Bar,
Energy Shack.
Energy Shack. Okay, I got it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. What's going on in all that world?
So July, August tend to be little quieter times. People are planning vacations, not detoxes. They're planning barbecues, not fasts. So that's real. However, we have, this gives us a time to just get all the plans and motions in place. So we have a really amazing September is the new January weight loss program starting September 1st. So that's very exciting. Also, we have 2 retreats planned for next year, and there is a $150 discount right now if you first. So people need to be thinking about these things even through the summer, because next year those 2 retreats are going to get full very fast. So that's what we've been planning, and then we just launched for July this most amazing master cleanse, and it is just, I won't say it's gone viral yet, but it feels that way. I mean, people are just jumping into it. It's really new. We've never done something like this before. Are you familiar? I mean, I know you guys are similar to my age, but in the 1970s and 80s, the whole master cleanse launched. Are you guys familiar with that?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, go ahead.
So Stanley Burrow, which I believe he was a doctor, if not some sort of a medical personnel. Anyway, in the 1940s, he was talking about this fasting and cleansing, and he finally wrote a book in 1976 called The Master Cleansing, and people still do it today. I think one of the celebrities was tooting about it not too long ago. So people are still doing it, but basically you go for 10 days on just water mixed with lemon juice, pure lemon juice, maple syrup, and cayenne pepper. And you drink that for breakfast, lunch, dinner. In fact, you're supposed to be drinking 6 to 8 glasses of that all through the day with just water and salt in your water in the morning. Yes. Well, where's my bottle?
Yeah, come on. What's wrong?
I have to take a break. I think it's behind me filled up. Anyway, so I don't really endorse that. 10 days on this lemonade cleanse. The maple syrup spikes for sugar, increase your desire for more food, and then the cayenne pepper speeds up your metabolism. So I've tried it before, and I can't get through it. And I know many people do, but I don't feel like 10 days on this master cleanse is healthy. So what we did is there are some very healthy properties in that detox. So we gave you a master cleanse, Energy Shack style for the morning. And then for lunch and dinner, you have one of our most hydrating vegetable juices. Everyone.
We can't hear you, Carolyn. We lost her for a second here. Yeah, we've lost you, Carolyn.
No, I'm back. I apologize.
Okay, she got so excited she put a mute on herself.
I hit my hand on the keyboard.
There you go. No, keep on going. You on a roll?
Anyway, so this master cleanse gives you either 4 days or 10 days of this master cleanse juice in the morning.
Oh.
And then the Energy Shack vegetable hydrating juices, like the one specifically for hydration in the afternoon and evening.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, people are just loving that little lemonade treat in the morning, but the rest of the green juice fastens in the afternoon. And I mean, we have one client that's like, she's just going past her 10 days. Give me another 4 days. I mean, it's been phenomenal. So anyway, so that's only until July 30th.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All
So
right.
I had a question for you, Carolyn. So there is a video out right now talking about if there was only one food you could eat for the rest of the year, for a whole year, and it's like Caribbean style food. So curry goat, oxtail, escargot, fried fish, chicken soup. So I have two parters. So the first part of the question is, what would be a food that you could eat for a whole year, just that food? And then if I was to eat oxtail for a whole year, what would happen to my body? Like, what would happen? Because of course I picked oxtail, so I was curious if there's a food that you love that you could eat just by itself for a year, and what would happen to me if I eat only oxtail.
So, I'm never after mono meals, but I get this is not like real. I just got to be careful that if I say something, somebody doesn't try to do that for a year, because,
right, yes.
We used to, we still do it sometimes, but used to do these presentations for the Toronto District School Board on how to not be a picky eater. And one of our songs is, "What's the key to a healthy me?" And the crowd screams back, "Variety."
Right.
So if you, like, for instance, right now where we live, wild blueberries are everywhere. They're high in antioxidants, they're high in fiber, they're high in vitamin C. I mean, they're so good for you. But if I ate those wild blueberries and only that for a full year, I'd end up being deficient in protein, in carbohydrates, and other nutrients. So it's really difficult to say, like, there's no one food that could keep you good for an entire year.
Right.
A month, maybe you could go on a wild blueberry fast for a month. You could go on a lettuce fast for a month. You do okay, but a year, that's a long time to just stay on one food.
Right.
Yeah. Now, if you ate oxtail for an entire year, and only oxtail for an entire year, let me tell you what oxtail does in 48 hours.
Thank you.
You can multiply that by 3.
Thank you. We may have to make this into a short. Go on.
So if you ate oxtail and only oxtail for an entire year, in 48 hours, the uric acid that comes from that oxtail is very hard for your kidney and liver to filter out. Within 48 hours, it actually takes beef 48 hours to fully come apart and digest. And because of that process, because, if you took your oxtail and put it on the counter, no AC on, just warm environment for 48 hours unrefrigerated, you would know that after 4 hours, it rapidly produces bacteria because it's not refrigerated. So your stomach gut is actually a very warm temperature, 37 degrees. Yes. And because it takes so long to come apart, now it's going to rot and putrefy. Unfortunately, there's no fiber, so your bowels would be backed up. Unfortunately, there's no water, so you'd end up super dehydrated because it requires water to digest oxtail. Now, I will tell you on a positive note, you probably would not have any diabetes. That's for sure, because there's no sugar in oxtail, there's no carbohydrates, so you'd starve all the cholesterol. You'd even start, even though it has cholesterol, you'd probably starve the cholesterol out of your system.
Yeah, victory! I'll take that win.
So there could be some positives, but your skin would start to sink in. You'd lose any kind of glow you have. Your bowels wouldn't move. Urination would be trouble. Kidneys, liver would be trouble. But hey, you might not be diabetic anymore. So,
I'm not diabetic, but still on dialysis. My kidneys are troubling.
Okay, that was sponsored by the Oxtail.
The Oxtail Hunter.
Yeah,
Instagram.
the Oxtail Consortium. Okay, so since we got hijacked by Oxtail for a few minutes, let's try to get back on course here. So Fitness IQ goes, her sound, yeah, it's all right. I think you're using the laptop microphone today, correct?
Yes. Is my sound not great?
It's okay. It's okay.
No, I think it was just when it cut, but it's okay.
It's good now. Oh, so I don't know if we're even going to get to our main topic today, but people have questions already.
We can always do part 2.
All right. So we'll see. Nurse K has a question. Will someone who works on their feet 12 hours plus commute back and forth to work 4 days in a row have enough energy to function on liquids alone? Any tips?
Yeah, that's a great question. You would be surprised. Actually, I definitely have had all types of work. And of course, now in the last 2 years, it's been different for me. I sit down a lot more, but I did stand for 12 to 16 hours every day at the Energy Shack. There's no question. And the more active you are, actually, when you're doing a liquid diet, believe it or not, your body just begins to restore its energy. So I would say that if you have caffeine in your diet or lots of sugar in your diet, you should start the cleanse on the weekend before you get into your work week. But you would find that once you get past those withdrawals, energy just skyrockets. It's incredible.
Nice. All right. Fitness IQ Cam says, I feel like a 10-day lemonade is too much.
Yeah, that's why we have a 4. We have a 4-day and then we have a 10-day.
She also says, Ryan, you wilding with eating oxtail for a year. Oh, she also goes, eek. I think talking about what oxtail would look like just sitting in a room. And look how happy Ryan will with that. One positive. Yes, you saw his face beat him up about the one positive in all of that. All right. So I have a feeling we may have to do a part 2, but let's get the conversation started. Yes. We're talking about how to be consistent with healthy changes. Great topic, especially at this time of year. All the barbecues, all the picnics, and it's a good time because I want to get back a little bit more consistent on what I'm doing. So actually, and before we do that, I'm actually going to put out a question out to the audience who are watching this on all platforms. I got a general question. So the question is, what is one healthy change you've tried to stick with and what made it hard or easy for you? So that's for the audience to put comments and like to get some feedback. And Carolyn will get it started and also share some feedback from the audience. So go for it.
Okay, so number 1, we're going to break this down into 6. So we'll see how many we get through today. But number 1, what's your goal? You have to decide, like, yes, I want to be healthy. What does that look like? So is that you want to increase your water? Is that you want to eat less takeout and more whole foods? Is that I want to start exercising? So what's your goal? And I really encourage people to write out your goal. What is your goal for the next 6 months? Are you just trying to lose 15 pounds or maybe 100? Are you trying to build more muscle and lose your body fat? Are you trying to get rid of your bloating or reverse your diabetes? So what's your goal? You've got to just not say, you know what, I need to be healthier, but you need to put something practical. You need to put words to what that goal is, write it down, and then we'll get into number 2.
All right, gonna stop right there because there have been more comments, and I want to add or get your take on something in regards to that. So Fitness IQ goes at CNurse. I would do it during your 5 days off. Oh, look who's in the house again. Frequency event promotion says greetings and salutations. Inspired thought says intermittent fasting, increasing your water intake. All right, we've got the people are just going crazy on that.
Well, I was curious, what goals do people typically come to you with? Like, if they're gonna do this fast, what are they usually looking to get out of it?
So, because of the industry that I'm in, most people come to see me when they're in a health crisis. That's the reality. Most people are either looking to lose a lot of weight or have, they're pre-diabetic and they're pretty young with pre-diabetes, or they're diabetic and they're tired of medication, or their cholesterol is so bad they're on the verge for a heart attack, or their blood pressure's off the charts, they're tired of the medication. So, people are coming to see me in a health crisis. I'd love to meet with more people before they get there.
Right.
But a lot of people today the two big ones are getting blood sugar down and getting their weight down. Those are the two big ones that I see the most.
Okay, gotcha.
I've got two things I want to add here. One, I was driving this morning at 6 a.m. Just a report that came out today from the Canadian Medical Association about how the BMI index has spiked with so many kiddings. It's like in the is it 10 or 15 years before the pandemic, it rose a certain amount. During the pandemic, it rose higher than that amount in those 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, if there's anything I hear over and over and over again in my consultations today, is that over the pandemic, or through COVID, or over COVID, like when you ask when did this happen, when did it start happening?
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm so sad that for so many people, the pandemic really messed up their life, their schedule. And that's why our topic today is so important, because when you can be consistent, the pandemic doesn't shake you.
True.
Your vacation doesn't change you. You have a consistent way of living, and we have to learn how to do that. You might have little setbacks, but it's maybe a day or two. It's not years.
I like that. Unrelated to the conversation, but maybe a topic we want to do at a later date. The whole area of how your sleep habits affect your weight.
Huge.
Okay. Right.
Like, and it's interesting because I'm hearing more and more people have sleep apnea.
Right.
And I've done a little bit of research on how you sleep also affects your weight.
Of course, you have that weight on your body. You lay down to sleep, and you're literally closing your trachea, your ability to be able to breathe. Then you can't breathe properly. Your hormones get unbalanced, and now we've got metabolism disorders and metabolic disorders. So yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, so maybe down the road, maybe doing something like that, because I'm hearing, and when I ask you, do you have a sleep machine? Oh yeah, I've had one for years ago. Wow.
Okay, right.
It's such a crazy thing. And one other thing I want to just add in regards to having a goal. This is just my coaching hat coming on for a second. If you tell me I'm going to go work out at the gym, okay, that's fine. But what are you going to do during that workout?
Yeah.
You got to be specific on what you're going to do.
Right.
Got to be specific. I just wanted to add that on.
100%.
So, I'm going to go walk. Okay. How long? How far? Just be specific. Either have a coach like Carolyn, or have someone have that commitment and accountability. And also on the other end, what will happen if you don't do it?
True.
I just leave it at that. Sorry to add on to your.
No, that actually brings us into number 2.
100%.
Because number 2 is, once you've written down your goals, now you have to make tangible plans to achieve those goals. So what does that really look like? Your goal is to lose weight. Your goal is to bring your blood sugar down. Your goal is to, deal with your high blood pressure, or get rid of your bloating, or, maybe it's to add more muscle and lose your body fat. So number 2 is putting tangible, practical goals in place to achieve your main goal. So like you said, so what does that mean now? So does that mean I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week? And what are you doing there? Because you can't just walk on the treadmill and say you've been at the gym for an hour. You've got to now, if you're looking to build muscle, or even if you're looking to lose weight, you've got to build muscle. So do you know how to lift weights? Do you know how to lift weights? Do are you familiar with, what exercises you should be doing? How many days of the week are you going to be doing that? You're trying to build your cardio. You say you're going to go for a walk. How long is that going to be? So now you've got to take your goals and put them into practical, tangible steps.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm going to grab my water.
That's where it's like when you walk to the gym, I'll walk past the gym and I say that counts as going to the gym. I'm about to see the gym and I keep going. I will go in soon.
Well, another thing too is you can have your stuff at home.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm telling you, I gave up gym so long ago. I don't have the time to drive to the gym, work out at the gym, and drive back.
Right.
So you can, with a few resistance bands, man, if you saw my gym, you'd be like, you're living in poverty, but it's the best gym ever. I just have a mat, a few resistance bands, some weights, and a punching bag, and I've got a rebounder. I try to use more body weight exercises and change it up all the time. Rather than, it's great to go to the gym, be with people, socialize, and use the machines, but you really don't have to.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There's much to say about calisthenics. Just, doing the push-ups, doing the lunges, doing the burpees, doing the just using your own body weight as probably the best exercise.
A lot of stretch bands.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm using.
Okay, as usual, when Carolyn comes on, the comments are flying. But I want to re-ask the question I put out earlier on. So if we can put it up on screen, if you're answering, you can answer on any of the platforms. But this will only do it for YouTube. What's one healthy change you've tried to stick with, and what made it hard or easy for you? So we'd love to get some takes on that. So if we can get it up on screen, that'd be great. But while we're doing that, we're also got a whole pile of comments. So Frequency of Event Promotion says, hi, Dr. Vibe, Carolyn and Ryan Knight. Good to see you all. She's in the house, Dr. Tatri. We talked about her earlier on. She is in the house. She says, C Nurse K says, I agree. Sleep is so important. People don't realize how important the sleep. So I really want to drive us to have a
we gotta do sleep's gonna be like 2 or 3 parts. There's so much to unpack about sleep.
All right. Next up, Dr. Chat says, you mean going to the gym and just flailing your arms is not specific enough? That's good. Frequency of Air Promotion goes, I've been in the kitchen more often nowadays, eating more green and salad and lean meat.
That deserves
you know what? He still hasn't come and done a consultation. Yeah, I keep in track of that.
The Master Cleanse is calling you.
Thank you. Inspired Thoughts goes, a third thing I'm doing to better my health is learning more about how chemicals in our foods is causing diabetes, even in people who eat fairly healthy. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
As soon as you open a package, we had a little seminar with our U.S. Audience last night, and one of my nutritionists did a little talk on labels, and we're not reading labels properly. So that seminar is going to come out soon. But she finished her seminar is the best food to eat doesn't have a label.
Right. Yes.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The best. You guys need to put that as a quotable.
On a t-shirt. Yes.
No, I'm being very serious. I'm being very serious. All right. I think we'll be able to put up the screen share now. As you see, the things are flying in, but I also want you to respond to the question, family, that's up on, if this is for YouTube. Unfortunately, it's not on the other platforms, but you can just see the comments are just flying in. Dr. Tachi says, YouTube has so many great workouts as much. Yeah, they do. Actually, many years ago, I used to do spinning type classes 4 or 5 times a week. And the classes got so popular, I bought my own spin bike for brand new for $100 on eBay, and just started to just use stuff off of YouTube. Frequency of Event Promotion goes, you're right. Workout vids on YouTube are great. Well, the Wallamala says, yeah, I gotta sleep better. I think we need to do an episode.
Yeah,
All right. Dr. Tati says, frequency of event promotions. Hey there. Seniors K says, got my own vegetables in the backyard. If you're in a small space, grow bags are awesome. Yes, I hear more people growing their own veggies. You know who's in the house? Food Plane. Get ready, Carolyn. Get ready. He goes, hello, Dr. Vi, Brian, and the one and only Carolyn. The one, what?
I don't deserve that, but good morning, Food Plane.
And frequency.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We've had a few conversations.
You have?
Yeah, we have.
I'm feeling that. Frequency of promotion goes, they say whoever the hardest part of the gym is opening the front door of the gym. For some people, it's actually getting down to their basement. Food Plane also says, hello, Dr. Tachi. And Dr. Tachi says, hey there, Food Plane. All right. We at point 3?
Yes. You're going to like this. You're going to love this. Ready?
Nothing about oxtail, right?
No?
Okay, all right.
I'll see a way to spin it. We'll see.
Number 3 is don't make excuses, make plans.
Right.
So you've set your goals. You've set your main goal. You've put your tangible practice in place. And then you didn't hit it. You said you were going to go to the gym 3 times for the week. You said you were going to stop doing takeout food and cook in the kitchen 5 days a week. You said you were going to, get up to 2 liters of water a day. You didn't do it. Don't make excuses. Make plans. Don't tell yourself, well, I got busy because I had to run around with the kids or I ended up working. Stop making excuses. Life is not going to slow down for you. Life is not going to change and get better for you to achieve those goals. You have to make plans to achieve them despite your crazy life. Right. Because if life is that crazy that you can't drink your water, that you have to buy takeout food, that you cannot work out, well, then you have to put the brakes on your life because your job, nothing is worth you losing your health. But there should always be a way that you can get that in. Whatever you put up to your lips and put up to into your mouth is your choice. So instead of making excuses for why you didn't get there, just don't do that to your brain, to your health, to your best friend, your spouse, or whoever. Make plans of next week with this same crazy schedule. How am I going to get it done? Maybe I can't go to the gym. Yes, I paid for membership. It's not working. Let me just go to the local store, get some resistance bands. And as soon as I wake up, you don't need an hour. My workouts are like 15 minutes. Just do something. Make plans of how you are going to achieve that. If you ended up failing, just stop making excuses and start making plans.
Strong. Stop making. There's another T-shirt there in the front. Stop making excuses. In the back, make plans with an exclamation point.
You mentioned like writing down the goals and I guess keeping track of the plan. Do you find people that have a journal and track like what they want to do and how they want to, get their health better? It helps, or is it just a matter of talking to somebody? Like, what's better, like having a journal for yourself or an accountability partner?
What a great question. That journaling is has been tooted a lot and I think that there's a place for journaling. But in my experience, and I've been doing this for more than a decade, journaling, food journaling, exercise journaling, why I didn't achieve it, what's my plans for next week, you're wasting your time. Just do it. I'm not a big fan of all these big brands, but Nike's got it right. You just got to do it. Right. So I believe in writing down your goals, and that's all you need. You don't have time to look back and read those pages and pages of journaling you wrote and how you're going to do better. Just look at your goal, and that's all you need to write. I always keep like a little booklet with me always. And the front page of that, I've got my goals for the year. I've got my 1-year goals, my 5-year goals, and I just go back and look at that. Like, what am I doing that's stopping me from achieving these goals? Or, praise the Lord, look at me. It's not even halfway through the year and I'm there, right? But just remind yourself of those goal sets. If journaling works for you, great, but I have not seen it be successful for a lot of people.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, more comments flying in. Dr. Tachi says, hashtag Oxtail King. Frequency of Air Promotion goes, I'll be visiting you. Listen to this. I'll be visiting you shortly, Carolyn. That's a promise. No, you see, now, this is the question. When are you going to be visiting her? Right? We're talking about commitment. When are you? And as well as making an appearance on my favorite morning show, hint, hint, very soon. When? Because you're like me, you're shooting an arrow up in the air.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not there in the office very much. So
right.
I'm just a call away. We can meet anytime. Virtual work.
Okay. The food plane says, you know what, Carolyn, I'm so happy that you and the food plane have chatted.
We had a great chat.
I was saying, because you got to get together. This is fantastic. He goes, I heard someone say spinach was not good for you due to alkalites. Is that the correct term?
Yeah, so it has high oleic acid, so that is not good for people that have gout or really bad arthritis. However, it's still a very healthy food item unless you're suffering with those conditions.
Okay. Dr. Ted says journaling gets on my nerves. And you know what? I think and this whole thing about the accountability partner, I think it's good for a lot of people, but for some people, they rely on the accountability partner. So say you're going, okay, me and my friend, we're committed to going to work out twice a week. What happens if that person doesn't show up one day? Are you still going?
Okay, right.
Just a thought.
Right.
That's a suggestion. Okay. Frequency says, well said, Carolyn. Quote, excuses don't explain explanation. Don't excuse. Well, I'm not going to say what you just said before that. Inspired Thoughts goes, while it's true the best food to eat don't have labels depending on where your health is, not all natural foods may be good for different people. Listen to and learn for what's right for your body. Okay.
Yeah. That's why you need a consultation.
Yep. Food Plane says, what are the best sugar alternatives with low glycemic levels? Coconut, date, ginger. So that's a question for you, Ms. Carolyn.
Coconut, date sugar. So date sugar is not, so neither of those have low glycemic. I mean, coconut itself is low glycemic, but dates are not, and date sugar is not. So agave doesn't spike the blood sugar very much, and neither does stevia, but those two, again, as long as you're not fighting diabetes, you can have coconut or a little bit of date sugar, but understand that once you get coconut into a sugar and dates into a sugar, it's heavily processed and refined.
Okay. All right. We're going to take down the share, and we'll keep a track of it offline. Let's see. Oh, quick question there, Carolyn. What about honey? Pure honey?
So raw, unpasteurized honey is very medicinal and can be very good for you. But again, you should be using it very, very sparingly because it's definitely high in sugar. But say you're fighting a cold, or you just need a few extra calories because you've done tons of physical labor, that's where honey can come in place. But to use it regularly is a very bad idea.
Actually, one of the things I've
Exactly.
been making over the summer is lemon ginger lemonade.
What are you putting in that?
Okay, I'm just grating ginger. Uh, I juice 3 lemons,
Mm.
5 cups of water, and blend, and maybe sometimes a little bit of honey, and that's it.
Yeah, that's great. So just make sure you're not drinking that all through the day. That's got to come in only on an empty stomach, like first thing in the morning, or if you're hungry at lunchtime, you take a drink, you have a glass of that maybe 30 minutes before you eat. Don't ever replace water with something in your water, even though that's, got some very healthy properties.
Yeah, and I've been sometimes replacing it with this, and I shouldn't be doing that. So
Yeah.
being
We
honest, so
can get in that habit.
yes, Food Plane says Dr. Tachi has a laugh emoji. Inspired Thought says love the goals. It's a Food Plane takeover. And he's going, what is the most frustrating part of working with people to improve health? Woo!
Um,
I would say challenging, maybe not frustrating. I don't know if
yeah,
Carolyn, I've ever seen
yeah.
Carolyn frustrated. She's challenged.
Yeah, I definitely don't get frustrated with people not being able to stick to the program. So number one, our programs require an investment, a financial and a time investment. So most people don't make that investment and then don't follow it. But one of the challenging things is working with people in their day-to-day life right now. We're either juggling 2 jobs, or our day job makes us work till 8 or 9 o'clock at night, or the family demands because we have like booked our child for jazz class, soccer, and baseball. And so one of those challenges, because to make, which is going to bring us into the next topic here, or the next point, is that, like, you know in order for you to drink that water, you got to fill up your jug. In order for you to say, I'm not going to do takeout food, you've got to cook something. So it does require time. And that is a commodity. That is something that a lot of people do not realize has been robbed from them with this world supposedly good thing to do. It sounds like a good idea to put your child in soccer, baseball, and jazz. Are they going to become a soccer star? Like, what are we doing? So maybe they are, but that's such the rare. And I know we want to keep them busy, but there's got to be other things. We're not over scheduling ourselves, that we have enough time for our health.
Ryan, anything you're wanting to add? Because I know your son is really involved in the sports thing.
Yeah, and it's interesting, like, because you can schedule them to be in things, but then you should also schedule things for yourself. So if you're gonna eat better, put it on the calendar. Like, when are you gonna prep your food? Or I know I put on my calendar to take walks, so because I see it there, it reminds me to do it. Like, if I just try to just live life and you get so busy, then you look back and you're like, oh, I was supposed to do XYZ, and oh, my day got away from me. It's really easy for the day to just get away.
Yeah, and that's why writing those goals down and reading them every week, and just be like, okay, this is my goal. It didn't work last week. Why didn't it work? I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just going to make plans to do better. Well, I didn't remember that, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, I'm, running around with the kids. So my plans to go to the gym those nights isn't going to work.
Right.
So maybe I got to shift that to the morning and buy some weights and resistance bands and do it at home. So you might have to keep regrouping and making plans, but something's got to stick. And that brings us to the next point, is
Before you go further, because if I don't, I'm going to be reading comments for the next 2 days. So just want to catch up. All
Okay.
right. Inspired Thought says spinach may not be good for people with hypothyroidism too.
Yes, and kidney problems. There's
Okay.
lots of conditions where spinach is not good, but there's tons of conditions where spinach is good.
Okay, Derek says the Dr. Vibe show, the food plane. Dr. Tachi, good morning. I found out as my job doing security at a grocery chain here in California, I see what people buy, and you can see looking at them. Okay, yeah. Food plane says hi, Derek. Oh, okay. So frequency event promotions says this before December 31st. Dr. Vibe, man, you must be in demand. Carolyn, visit and show visit. Okay, so he's now saying by the end of the year. Okay, placing this all on my goal sheet like now. Take a take a picture of it and send it to us, please. Derek says the things they buy is a telltale sign of why they're overweight. True.
Gotcha.
Um, I'll let you do another point because Food Plane has another question. Unless you want to answer question
Yeah,
first.
I'll answer the questions, sure.
Okay. Food Plane says, what's a nutritional fact that people believe is true, however, is not true?
A nutritional fact that people believe is true, however, it's not true. I think the biggest one right now is intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Because most people are following this intermittent fasting where they eat at 12 and then again at 7 or 8 because it's healthy to fast for 20 hours or 16 hours. Although I would agree that it's healthy to fast for 16 hours, it is not healthy to fast for 16 hours from 8 o'clock until noon. Because when you eat dinner, you actually disable your body from balancing your hormones, strengthening your immune system, interruption of sleep, excess weight gain, bloating. So the problem is that when we sleep, that's when our body does most healing and repairing. So the best kind of intermittent fasting is eating breakfast and lunch and skipping dinner, fasting from 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. until the morning. That's truth. It requires a whole lot more discipline, but that's the 16 hours or 20 hours that you want to fast for. So I think that's the biggest lie that right now is out there.
All right. Inspired Thought says kids and activities can also help with food prep, so they are learning hands-on how to live a healthy life.
Exactly.
All right. Maybe this may be the last conversation piece we get with you. How does a holistic approach to health, addressing sleep, stress, movement, and nutrition help with consistency?
Another really great question, Dr. Vibe. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So as we kind of talked about, or I touched on before, if you have no motivation to do anything, it's really difficult. But why is your motivation not there? Is it because you're up late every night and you are, only getting 4 to 6 hours of sleep? Is it because you've eaten so much junk food and not enough nutrients that, your blood is so thick that every single process your system has to do requires 10 times more energy? Is it because you're not drinking water that you're so dehydrated, your cells are just not alive? Your brain is 75% water, so you're not thinking clearly because you're so dehydrated? Is it because, you don't do any exercise or movement at all that your blood is so stagnant? Is it because you're drinking caffeine or you're smoking weed and you're literally killing your brain cells and you can't think? So your actual bad health habits could stop you from achieving those goals because you have lost the desire or the physical ability to achieve them. And that's where my number 6 comes into play.
Okay. Well, I don't know. This is so difficult because you got one more, and there's so
Okay,
much.
we've got 9 minutes.
Okay. All right. Go for your number 6.
Number 6 is you need an accountability partner. The buddy system is not dead.
Okay. All right.
So for some people, I mean, this is what Energy Shack does all day long, is that we create accountability partners for people. And I mean, I just can't tell you how many clients is like, I've tried, I've done so many things. Well, we haven't done it together. When I'm going to check up on you on Wednesday and then tell you I'm calling you again on Friday, you are going to want to tell me how much water you drank and how many times you hit the gym. You are going to want to tell me how you prepared your meals, because you don't want to tell me on Friday again, I had no time. So having that buddy system, and maybe it's not a paid nutritionist like myself, maybe you just have a friend that you're doing this with, but you need an accountability partner that's not going to pet your excuses. That's not going to say, I know, I've failed too, let's just go out for ice cream. Right? So you're going to need an accountability partner that's like, I'm at the gym. Where are you? You said 7 o'clock and you're not here. Right? So you need that. For some people, they don't. I don't need an accountability partner. Nobody has to shout down my neck to get up, get my exercise and eat my salads and drink my water, even fast. My body speaks to me. My mind talks to me. The Holy Spirit just pushes me in all the right directions. But some people need that person just to get them to the next level when they start really feeling good. And then what we try to do at the Energy Shack is give you wings to fly. Like Heather said, did I tell her to fast yesterday? Did I tell her to go to the gym this morning? She doesn't have to. She's learned those tools. We teach you to give you wings because you know what good feels like. When you know what good feels like, nobody has to, you will make the time to reach those goals.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but some people don't know what good feels like. They are comfortable in uncomfortable, and their excuses have become their lifestyle. And that has become a problem because that doesn't look good at 60 or 70 or 80 or even 50, right? So it matters. Every day counts. And sometimes you might have to invest in an accountability partner to help you just get to that next level.
I'm going to squeeze in this last conversation piece. If you could give just one piece of advice to someone who wants to be more consistent with healthy changes, what would it be?
Start today.
Okay. That was good, right?
Yeah,
right. All right.
Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. Start today. Right. Yeah. Don't push it off. Don't say, okay, when the summer's over, when the barbecues are done, when I get back from vacation, stop it. Just start today. Yeah. Today, make that salad. Well, I don't have time. Okay. Well, today, make your water goal. Today, take that walk. Today, go do your exercise. Just start today.
All right. So last 2 comments we have here. Senior's case says, Carolyn, thank you for the grace and encouragement. It's easy to judge people rather than providing tangible solutions for their life challenges. And the Walla Mala says, it is true. 2 4 hours is better than 1 8-hour snooze. All right, here we go. The food plane. Thanks for the stream, Carolyn and Dr. Vibe. Well, don't forget Ryan, too. Ryan was here earlier. All right, before we let her go, we'll get all the contact information. It's been out on all the platforms, and there's an incredible amount of people on here, which is fantastic. And it's not because of me. It's because of Carolyn. It's not because of myself and Ryan, because of Carolyn. She always comes out strong every time she's on. So, contact information. Let's go to website, theenergyshackjuicebar.com. Email address, info@energyshackjuicebar. Instagram, Energy Shack Juice Bar. Facebook, Energy Shack Juice Bar. Phone, 647-637-6755. She's global, by the way. If you have any questions about physical health for Carolyn, please email her at info@energyshackjuicebar.com and say you saw her in the Morning Vibe. If you want consultations, there's the link. Also, special offer, consultation with nutritionists for $49 instead of $110. That's dollars price when you mention the Morning Vibe or Dr. Vibe. Email at info@energyshackjuicebar.com. Anything else you want to share with us before you go to your consultation in less than 4 minutes?
I just want to thank everybody because, as we talked about, time is your most precious commodity. And the fact that you came out here, you listened to us for more than an hour. And I know you may be doing some things, and I think that's great that you're trying to learn, but you still have taken the time and supporting the Dr. Vibe show. And the fact that you want to learn this information and you want to better your health, I mean, that just excites me that, more and more people are caring about clearing their mind, making wise choices, not being fed by all of these lies that society has to give, and not, following every fad and trend that you see. We need to spend a whole lot less time. In fact, I'll tell you publicly, I never, ever scroll through social media. I think that it kills the brain cells. And so we really need to be mindful of what we're watching, what we're putting in our body, and how we're spending our time. You are the greatest investment. Health is truly wealth. It is the greatest blessing of all human blessings. If you don't have your health, you don't have your life. So really take the time to invest at those goals and make them happen. Start today.
Your health is your wealth. As always, to you, the family, and the team, don't just manage your time, manage your energy, and remember to give yourself grace, and we'll talk soon. Have a great
day. Thank you, guys, and thank you, Dr. Vibe, for having me.
The pleasure's ours. Be well and keep the faith.
Okay.
Have a great day. All right. We are at about that time. So thank you, family, for everything. If you're watching on the YouTube channel live, we'd love you to rate the conversation today. So from 1 to 5, 1 saying, it was and 5, it was out of bounds. We would love you to do a vote. Up. The vote's already coming in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We got it going on. People loving the conversation. To take more votes, All right. As we start to wind it down, and actually what we do need to do, I think some of you think Carolyn deserves this. There we go. All right, so people giving it 100, 5 out of 5. That is wonderful. Absolutely love it, family. All right, we can take that down and let's start closing it up for the day. This is how we do it. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. Join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Please email me at dr.vibe@dr.vibeshow.com. Also, to advertise your business, product, or service on our show, email me again, dr.vibe@dr.vibeshow.com. Let's get down to this. You can get a hold of Ryan at RyanO'NeillKnight.com. That's Knight with a K-N, not an N. LinkedIn, Ryan O'Neill Knight. Instagram at Ryan.Knight99. Email address, work with me at RyanO'NeillKnight.com. Website for myself, the drvibeshow.com. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn, The Dr. Vibe Show. Instagram at the drvibeshow.com. And X, drvibeshow, and then email address. You've heard that too many times already. Also, you can follow me on Substack at drvibe.substack.com/subscribe, and on Blue Sky at drvibe.bsky.social. And you can watch replays of this epic conversation on the Dr. Vibe Show, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. And also, we're getting it there on Substack. Not fully there yet, but we're getting there. And then Ryan O'Neill Knight and Afro-Caribbean Business Network on YouTube. That's it for today. So as always, I think we got maybe one more. Oh, thank you for the vote, Walamala. Appreciate it, 100%. So those who voted on the YouTube page, 100%. So thank you so much. As always, live your life as a dream. Actually, let's roll back. Right now, we don't have someone scheduled for Friday, so it may be another Freestyle Friday. I will make FYI, starting next Monday, we're going to start a series about helping Black seniors downsize and transition to the next phase of their life. It's going to be a monthly series starting on the third Monday of each week, each month until the end of the year. And we may see if we can get the person who's going to be leading that conversation on Friday for a little bit. We'll just see. Not saying, but if not, we'll have a Freestyle Friday. All right. As we close down, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions. Aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. As always, don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. But try to do both. Try to do both and make it better. God bless. Peace, well. Keep the faith. Walk good. And we'll see you soon. Take care.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.